コミコンは面白い。姉ちゃんたちはすっぱだか。君には絶対触らないけど。
Dude, hurry up. We're late. Anyway, welcome to One Shot Presents. I'm Brick. You know what we do here. We review comics and action figures. For today's review, I've chosen Sweets by Cody Chamberlain. Here's the thing. I'm really in love with this book. First of all, I'm a little biased. Cody Chamberlain is from Louisiana, but that doesn't even make a difference. I'm from Louisiana too, in case you guys don't know that. But the point being is that this book is really great. What it's about is about two detectives that are trying to solve a crime before Katrina hits landfall. You know about Katrina, it's a huge hurricane that destroyed New Orleans. But this book is really cool. I mean, like the colors are really gritty, it's really raw, it smells like sewage. I mean, he does a wonderful job of getting you into that world. However, just like New Orleans, if you guys have ever been there, it's really classy. Even though it's dirty and nasty, it's really classy, and that's what this book is. It's a lot of class. It's really a great book. Do yourself a treat. Go get this book. It's brand new. Out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 5. I wish this man would hurry up. Anyway, during the con, we met Cody Chamberlain, so check it out.
All right, we're here with Cody Chamberlain. Cody, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, glad to be here. Thank you.
Now, you know, Brick has been excited about this book for a long time. Tell people what Sweets is all about.
Sweets is a crime drama set in New Orleans about a spree killer a few days before Hurricane Katrina hits. So this detective who's kind of burnt out has to come back in and help solve the mystery. But it's a ticking time bomb scenario. He's got to solve the mystery before Katrina makes landfall, washing out his witnesses and his evidence. So it's a real sense of urgency to the mystery, and he's got to close the case before everything gets washed out.
Now, even though it takes place in the past, how do things like Katrina or the BP oil spill, how does that really affect your storytelling, or do you just kind of ignore that and just use it for the urgency?
Well, I mean, I've lived through quite a few hurricanes myself. We had Hurricane Rita in Lafayette, where I live, a couple weeks after Katrina. So, you know, it's part of life. You live with it, you deal with it. I mean, there's no political slant or anything like that in the book. It's really just, it's a motivating factor in the storyline more than anything. And I try to give a healthy dose of realism about people see the storms and they see the chaos going on during and in the aftermath. But the concept of a calm before the storm doesn't happen. I mean, it's chaos, it's tough decisions, like there's a real stress a few days before a big storm hits like that. You don't know what's coming, completely unpredictable, and so that's sort of the energy and the atmosphere I used in the comic.
Particularly with the art, is that kind of where that artistic style comes from, do you think? Like kind of that chaos before the storm?
It is.
Calm before the storm?
Yeah, it is in there, and also a big factor is if you ever go to New Orleans, the humidity, the heavy winds, the rain, the soil's real loose, so the whole city kind of has a slump to it, like it's kind of, you know, it's like almost like a fatigue to everything. The paint's peeling off, and so more than anything, that's what influenced the art style. I tried to tap into that. It's a lot of sort of sepia tones with dingy kind of greens and grays, and all the colors I wanted to look washed out, faded, and also I wanted the limited color palette in the book. Because of the, you know, when you look at a black and white crime book, the unity, the clarity of everything, you know, the black and white comics are fantastic. So I wanted to limit my color palette in the same way a black and white comic would, but also make it full color. So my compromise was just to limit my color selection to a few ranges. And that does change in the book in a few spots, as readers will see. But I do really try to control color and use it to influence the mood and the tone of the story.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks. I'm glad to do it.
Besides hanging out with Michelle Rodriguez at the taco truck for the premiere of Machete with Danny Trejo and Robert Rodriguez, we also got to learn more about the new Tim Burton Danny Elfman box set that's coming out and hear a little bit from the man himself, Danny Elfman.
What do you and Tim Burton kind of have in sync that's helped this collaboration be so incredible over the years?
It was pretty obvious that we had a lot in common. We both grew up in Los Angeles. We both grew up on horror films. literally. I mean, I feel like I was raised at my local movie theater, and I saw 2 science fiction, fantasy, sometimes adventure, and horror films every weekend, pretty much of my entire childhood. So we'd seen all the same films, and we talked about our love for Bernard Herrmann, of which I was a fan since I was 11. And when I saw The Day the Earth Stood Still and recognized that there was actually a name associated with music, which had never occurred to me before. And so we just kind of hit it off. I mean, I think we were both kind of weird kids growing up in kind of LA suburbia, and a lot of the same kind of, his idol was Vincent Price and mine was Peter Lorre. And that kind of went on to define our relationship for the next quarter century. The tortured and the torturer.